Hello and welcome to another FreeCodeSession. My name is Jason Bach, and let's get right into these inline mapping issues. I only got a couple left. And actually, I have to look at something here. Semver. Just looking at what the typical thing is pre-release. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do -rc1 for this. Or maybe alpha, because it is going to be an alpha for a while. Anyway, I just wanted to look that up. All right, so what do we have here? We've got, I want to finish unit tests, but I want to get the package out first. I don't know why, but I'm paranoid. Like, that somebody's going to get this and make it so that I cannot use it. So I want to do the don't create using if destination is in source namespace. So I believe if the destination is here and the source has this kind of namespace. So basically you want to say, does the destination's namespace start, does the source namespace start with the destination's namespace? Because if it does, then you don't have to put the using in there. The other thing I thought of is, rather than do that kind of calculation, is to alias the type of the destination and say, that's what it is. Just get the full name of the type there, and then use D within the code that I create, or just, call it destination. And that way that is explicitly named that. And so then I don't even think about, is it going to be in the right namespace? I'm kind of leaning towards this approach, which means it's wrong because the first one I always pick is the wrong one. But yeah, just whatever it is, just say that it's this destination. And then, because I don't need to put in any other usings, because those are the only two types in scope. In fact, I could even do like using source equal to the full name of the source type, using destinations equal to the full name of the destination type, and then just write the code as it is and don't even have to worry about it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to, what is this, number 2? So let's go to our getter and let's create a new branch to alias types, because that's what we're actually going to do. All right, so the map2 generator, if we actually need to do any mappings here, I don't know why we would need using system. Oh, because of argument null exception, which we don't. So we're going to have to probably change that one around. So we're going to take this to do out. Well, we're going to change the to do, because if the source type is a value type, we don't need to do a null check. Well, you know what? Var type aliases equals new sorted set of strings. So it's going to be kind of the same idea we did before, okay? Which is, we're going to actually put in using destination is equal to, and then we need to say destination type full. How do you get the full name? Yeah, this is gonna, I want the full name of the type. So I don't know really how you do that. Let's just look through this list and see if there's a to display string. That's just the string up here. That doesn't really nullable for symbol display format. I'm just kind of, because I'm curious. Format is equal to, what is symbol display format? Fully qualified. Formats the name of all types of namespaces and fully qualified, including the global alias. Huh. Minimally qualified format. Formats a symbol description in a form that suits Visual Basic. You crack me up. Minimally qualified format? That suits that. How does that suit what? I don't know what even you're talking about with that. It's such a terrible... Formats the name of all types of namespaces into fully, including the global alias. Well, let's just play with this because, you know, we don't know. Okay, so then we're going to say using source type that. Okay, so we're not going to use that. Those are our type aliases. I'm going to take that out. Do we want to keep it in the... I think we want it in the same namespace as the source because where you're doing it is where you're referencing the source. So I think we still want that in there. Yeah. Okay. And then we want to say if do I want to say usings and type aliases. And then we want to say if not source type is value type. Then we want to do using and type aliases, add using system. Okay. So then we're just going to do usings and type aliases. Except now we don't even have to worry about the destination, that we can just say destination map to. That we do need to keep though. Because, yeah. I'm starting to think maybe I'm overthinking this. Yeah. Let's go to here. Undo changes. Start over. Okay. If the names, yeah, I think I'm going to go the other route. If the namespace is the same as the one I'm using. So we only want to add the destinations. We go back here. So if the source namespace does not start with and not source type containing namespaces, global namespace, and so the source type is not a global namespace. And the source type containing namespace starts. I thought that was a string. Of course it's not. To display string, fine, whatever. Starts. It does not start with destination type containing namespace to display string. Yeah, something's not right here. because we want to say that. And then that's there. Oh, I see what it's saying. It's saying, yeah, okay. Come on. But what's... Oh, what do you want from me? String comparison. Student variant culture. I think that should now... Yep, it does. Okay, so if that makes any sense, because I'm not sure it makes sense in my head. So if your destination type is on the global namespace and your source, namespace, and the source type does not start with what the destination type starts with, is namespace, then you need to put the destination up there. And then I think the rest of it's good. Okay, so let's play with this. Let's go to test host here. And the first thing is if we do not have any namespaces at all. Using system. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of that noise because I don't want to see that right now. So now let's put namespace, source namespace. We're going to do that. Run that. Now that should put the namespace there, but it does include it because destination is not a namespace, so that's fine. Okay, let's back that out. And these are all cases I have to eventually write as unit tests. Namespace, destination, namespace. Did I goof something here? No. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't. That's just a bad destination namespace. There we go. But that should have put that in the resulting code, you still need to do a using on the destination's namespace. So that was wrong. We don't care about that, I think, is the thing. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, because you need to reference the destination type, even though they're in the same piece of code. Yeah. Okay. So now let's put this namespace well, let's keep it source namespace. And we're going to need to say here using destination namespace. And now this should include the destination namespace as well. And it puts the source in the source namespace because that's there. Cool. That's what we want. And now the last thing I want to check, I think, is what happens if we say base namespace sub namespace and we have this in the base namespace. Right. And we didn't need this. In fact, that's wrong because we don't have that anymore. We should have technically said this. Well, no, we don't, because, yeah. Right. Base name associated space. The destination should be already referenced, if you want to think of it that way. I think this is all correct. Okay. So let's run whatever test we have, although I don't think this is going to break anything. And it doesn't. for what it's worth. Okay, so let's commit. Number 2, added using only when needed. Commit all, that, this, manage branches. We push that, we want to go check that one out. And then once we are, I said master check out, right? Yeah, okay. All right, and then we want to merge that in the master. And we did that. So now we want to push. And I believe if I come look at the code, we should now see that there was a change. It just happened 40 seconds ago. Yes. Yay. Okay, cool. So now we can say delete that and delete that. Yes. I wish they had a way to say when you commit, delete it from the like they do in GitHub. That's one more step I got to remember. Okay, so now, yeah, so now that is actually closed. Okay, now we're down to 4. And really the one I want to do is create NuGet packages right now. So we're going to do number 8. Get 8, create NuGet package. Chocolate rain. So I just went through my head when that guy did the song. That he always moved his head away from the mic to get a breath. I just did it because I coughed. Okay, to create the package, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to look at rocks. Wait. Yeah, okay. We're going to look at rocks, and I believe I need the targets file because that has to do stuff with right now. This is a workaround. Remove once we're on 3.1. I have no idea what that means. So we're going to take that. And we're going to come back to here and go in the source. I'm going to put that there. And I believe we just want to add it. Existing item. Okay. And then we need to come back over here. I wanted rocks. Where'd that go? Rocks. Here, and I want to look at the rocks project file. And then we're going to come into here and we're going to say inline mapping. Continuous integration. Embed on track. Wait, and include symbols and generate package on build. Generates mapping code between 2 types. Good enough for right now. Yes, I need a false package version is version, publish repository, repository URL. We need all that. Okay, now we don't have an icon yet. We need a license though. So we're going to take the license file here. We're going to go to inline mapping. I'm going to put the license file there, and let's open that up. MIT license, it's good enough. Okay. So let's come back over here. And this is going to be inline mapping. There. Okay. If we build, what happens now? Bad stuff? Good stuff? Succeeded? Sure, whatever. Ah, go away. Jesus. Thought it would just automatically do it. Okay, let's go to source. What are we in? We're in build, debug. Okay. So if we go to bin, debug, well, there's that. It didn't create the, Well, that's sad. Why did it generate package on build? So why didn't you? Yeah, I know. Okay. That was a little disappointing. I thought it would, I mean, it's generating the, why would it, wait a minute. Why did it call it rocks? I got something in here. Oh, package ID. Inline mapping. So what happens when you, I mean, I don't think that's going to fix the thing I just ran into, but, so there's that, but it still doesn't create the package. That's, like with rocks here, if you go to the bin, release, there's the package in that. So why is it not generating a package for this? This is now starting to get a little bit beyond my abilities. What did I miss? You got assembly name. Yes, description, bed trash sources, include symbols, generate package on build, package ID, inline mapping. I mean, that shouldn't have to be a like NuGet. That's pretty stupid if it was that. Package license URL, package project URL, package version, publish repository. There shouldn't have to be anything in this, I don't think. Well, I just got stymied. NuGet.net 5. Yeah, that's wonderful, but why would that not create? We want to do this as like RC1. It's creating that correctly, it's just not creating... Well, that's somewhat disappointing. Why wouldn't it do that? I don't know. And I got other things to do today. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to figure this out right now. What I am going to do, though, is say commit. Started package work, but not creating what's that file called again? Snupkeg. Snupkeg is being created though. Commit all, push. I am going to look at one thing. NuGet.org. Let's sign in. View profile. Manage packages. Can you? Yeah, you can't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out for help because I'm going to point him at the branch here and say, hey, it's creating this the snupkeg file, but it's not creating the nuck and whatever file, and I don't know why. So we'll see if I get any hits. Otherwise, I just have to wait. The only other thing I think of is publishing a rocks package, but calling it inline mapping, and then I get the name. I don't know. It was also funny today that I was getting some, I noticed this morning that TweetDeck has been acting really strange recently. Okay, this is what I was trying to find. So when I put this out here, somebody came back and said they've already been creating this mapper that's an extension for Visual Studio. It's all based on Roslyn. And he's like, I spent 2 years working on it, some source, so you can try to reuse some logic or we can combine efforts. And I'm thinking to myself, right now it's mostly that I'm playing with source generators. I really have no intention of, and I keep saying this, I have no intention of trying to have this package that millions of people use. If this person wants to use what I'm doing, great. Take what I'm doing and use it for whatever benefit you want. It is what it is, and I'm just doing my own thing. And it's not like I don't want to collaborate with other people online. I don't have really an intent to do a lot of things. Oh, New Mutants is in theaters in 5 days? Really? How long did it take to get that movie released? 5 years? I don't know. It's felt like it's been we can't figure out a date to release hell for quite a while. Anyway, so I'm going to ask around and see if I can get some help as to why that's not actually creating the package, and maybe we'll get some answers later. So that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode. Okay, I know I closed out the last episode, but I had to add this in because I just figured it out. This is this whole licensing, which I'm actually going to now change in all my other packages, because I've always been seeing this license URL thing being referenced. What you really want to do is reference the license file or a license expression, like MIT, but I already have the files. So I guess, I can do it one way or the other, but either one would get rid of that error. That's what I found out. And so now if I put in license file and I say where the license file is, and when I built it, you'll notice there's the file. So we're all good. So this is now the official close of the previous episode. Hopefully I remember to actually do this as an addendum. So I'm going to write myself a post-it. Oh, and I also wanted to mention this. I had a friend come over last night, and he has this same Sculpt keyboard that I do, which I like. I think it's a good keyboard. He was saying he actually ripped the insert key off. And I didn't know what he was referring to at first, but he said, yeah, it was just bugging the hell out of him. And then I went, oh yeah, because there's so many times where I'll accidentally hit the insert key and then I'm actually not like using the cursor the way I wanted to, and I'm suddenly overwriting things. And it's been more than once that I've accidentally hit that, and I'm now sitting there looking at that thing going, I may kill you. I don't know. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.